Today we are going to talk about the difference between the ed and the ing, but not from grammatical perspective. It's for expressing feeling or idea or describing something. Again, it's not a grammatical perspective. It's not a grammar lesson. No, it's just to describe the difference between the ing and the ed in describing something which is related to the feeling or the emotions or giving your idea about a subject or something. Which example, a movie that you saw, a trip you went to, whatsoever. You want to describe it or you want to express your feeling toward this thing. First, if we talk about the ing form, what is the use of the ing? If I want to say, this movie was very interesting. This movie was very interesting. What does it mean? Am I talking about my feelings toward the movie or I'm describing the movie? Excellent. I'm describing the movie. I'm giving my point of view on this movie. So, in the use of the ing, I'm describing something or giving my point of view. I'm sorry? Yes, my opinion. Yes, exactly. Fine. Give you an example. The movie was very interesting. The movie was very interesting, which means that my point of view, thank you, my point of view or my idea, yes, thank you, sit down. The idea of the movie for myself, my idea or my point of view or my opinion on this movie is that it's interesting. So I use the ing form. Is it clear till now? Clear? Shall I repeat what I said? Sure? What about the ed form? What about the ed? This is for the ing, yes. No, just describing or giving your point of view or your opinion. What about the ed? The ed, I'm describing or expressing my inner feelings, my feelings towards something. I'm expressing my feelings or expressing one's feelings. It doesn't have to be mine. It has to be yours, hers, his. Okay? So I'm describing the feeling. On general, I'm describing the feelings. Yes, Hania? Excellent. I was interested in this movie. I feel interested. My feeling is that I am interested. It doesn't matter that the movie is interesting. No, maybe I like a movie, you don't like it. Okay, but my feeling toward this movie that I was interested while seeing this movie. Yes, Hadidi? I'm not talking about grammar, Hadidi. As I said at the beginning, I'm not talking about the grammar lesson. I'm just telling you about the way of expressing your feeling or describing something. For example, here when I say the movie was very interesting, interesting here is not a verb. I'm not using it as a verb. I'm using it as an adjective. I'm describing the movie to be interesting. I'm giving my opinion on this movie that it was interesting. The verb here was. I'm not talking about grammar at all. And the same thing in ed. I'm not talking about the past to put ed. No, it's another lesson. Yes, Salma. Excellent. Yes. I'm exhausted. Exhausted not me it doesn't mean that the verb. Uh, yes, yes, I'm describing myself. I'm describing my feelings. I'm describing my um uh, uh, I'm sorry? Yeah, it's not opinion. I'm describing myself. I'm describing my inner feeling. Okay? So here I use the ed not as a verb. I use it, yes, as an adjective or as a state, my state. So when I say I'm exhausted, which means I'm very tired, exhausted here express my feelings of myself or the state of myself. The state of myself. So the ed, it expresses one's feelings toward something. Example. I was exhausted. I was very interested. We can say excited. I was very excited. So can you see the difference? Can you realize the difference between the ing form and the ed form? Is it clear? Shall I repeat it again? Sure? Okay, let's start answering an exercise in the workbook. Open your workbooks, please. Just 1 second, I'm going to tell you which page. It's on page 29. Yes, page 29 in the workbook. Do we have the workbook here? We have it on the board. Do we have it? Let's check. 29 in the workbook, yes. Yes, the workbook. Start. It's no, it's B1. It's for you. It's the workbook. Page 29. 29. Page 29, yes, this one. At the bottom of the page, no, at the middle of the page, exercise number B. Underline the correct word. Underline the correct word. We are going to choose the correct answer, either ing or ed form. I can't believe you liked the concert. It was so... Yes, Abdullah? Boring. Yes. Excellent. So we use the ing. Why? Because I'm describing the movie. I'm describing the movie. Yes, Aya? The service in the hotel was very... No. Haya? Disappointing. Why Aya? Disappointing, not disappointed. Here I'm describing the service in the hotel. I'm not describing my feelings or my state. I'm describing something else. So I use the ing form, disappointing. Hala, my boss is quite satisfied or satisfying with my work. Satisfied. Why? Because I'm expressing his feelings, his state. Anne is not interested or interesting in sports at all. Habiba? Interested. Excellent. I'm expressing her feelings toward the sports. The Lord of the Rings is a fascinated or fascinating film without saying miss. Yes, Farida? Fascinating. Why? I'm describing the Lord of the Rings. I'm describing the movie. I'm not talking about my inner feelings. I'm sorry. So it's yes. Where is it? Yes, this one. I'm sorry. It's fascinating. Okay. The other part that we want to talk about is the no, I wrote what I need to write. No, I'm going to shift to another subject which is the prefix. The prefix. Can you remember the prefix? What do we mean by prefix? What do we mean by prefix? No. Farah? I can't hear you. Please raise your voice. What do we put at the beginning of the word? Yes, few letters. Yes, thank you. Excellent. Yes, few letters that we add at the beginning of the word to give the antonym or the opposite of the meaning. At the first term, we took patient, impatient, possible, impossible, honest, dishonest. Excellent. Mature, immature, polite, impolite, able, unable, friendly, unfriendly. What else? Honest, dishonest. We said it. Yes. Okay, these for the first term. What about this term? We are going to take just few more words. Some of them we took it at the first term, like patient. This one, patient. You will find it impatient. Exercise number 7 in the same page. Exactly, we are going to answer it. Yes, the first one, impatient. We took possible, impossible, responsible. No, we didn't took responsible and logical. What about mature? Immature. What else? No, this was the one that we took at the first term. What about the rest? Responsible. What do you mean by responsible? Here the question says use the prefix il, im, in, or ir. We are not going to use this or on. We are not going to use this or on. We will just wait. We are just going to use il, im, in, or ir. Let's agree on something. If I found the word began with R, I put IR. If I found it begins with M, I put IM. If I find the word begins with L, I put IL. That will make it very easily. Again, if I found the word begins with M, I put IM. If I find it begins with L, I put IL. If I find it begins with R, I put IR. Excellent. No, I'm just telling you about something which will make it easier. But there are some exceptions. There are some other things. Type. Like discrete, like complete, like secure. Yes, sure. That's what I was just saying to Ahmed Hijazi. It's not a rule. There are some exceptions. I'm sorry? Yes, that's what I was saying. There are some exceptions. I'm just telling you something which may help you regarding the R and the L. Any word begins with R or L. For the R, I put IR, and for the L, I put IL. But for the IM, there are differences. Like mature, immature, patient, impatient. Patient, it doesn't begin with M. But I put IM. Okay? But for the R, IR and the L, IL, all of them will be like that. Will follow the same rule. Yes, thank you. Responsible. What do you mean by responsible? Yes, Ahmed. Samsung. Something. Someone. Yes. Okay. Okay, I can understand what you want to say, but I want to try to say it in a better way. Yes, Hania. Excellent. You have the charge, or you have to manage something. Someone who have to manage something. Responsible. It begins with R. So we are going to put so responsible. It begins with R. So what shall we put? Malak? Irresponsible. Excellent. Irresponsible. What about logical? First. What do you mean by logical? What do you mean by logical? لا. No. Okay, say it. What do you mean by logical? Yes, okay. Yes, something that you have to control it by, or it should be controlled by mind. Yes. Yes, it comes from the word logic. So logical begins with L. Mariam. Excellent. IL. So we're going to put illogical IL. Legal. What do you mean by legal? Laws and rules that you have to follow. To be legal, that you have to follow the rules and the law. No. Something related to the law. The law. What do you mean by law? Yes, exactly. So legal begins with the L. Salma? IL. Excellent. So we put illegal. There is someone who wants to ask a question. Yes, Habib. We put the L again. Yes, it will be double L, and it will be double M. Immature, it will be double L, and irresponsible, it will be double R. What about secure? What does it mean? Yes, it relates to the security. Yes, sure. It relates to the security. But what does it mean? To be, yes, maybe. To be safe. To be guarded. No, the security are the person who offers you to be offers you the secure. Help you to feel secure. But I'm just here talking about secure only, not security. Ahmad, sit down. Secure. What is the prefix that we are going to use? Donya. IN, excellent. Insecure. Insecure. Complete. What is the prefix that we are going to use for complete? Aya. Salma. IN. Incomplete. Incomplete. What about rational? Hala? Irrational. IR. Of? What is the meaning of? Rational. Rational means that something that you control by your mind. For example, if I stand in front of the bus, it's irrational. Why? It's going to hit me. So if I think with my mind, I'm not going to do this. Something that you control by your mind. Something that you control by, you have to think a lot in it to be rational. Irrational. Do you want to tell you? In the mic? Huh? So what do you mean by discrete? Discrete means to be conservative. What do you mean by to be conservative? To pay attention to what you say and what you did. To be aware of what you are saying and your action, what you are doing. So discrete, the prefix will be in discrete. Type. Let's answer the exercise on the prefix. No, the same page. Let's answer this exercise on the prefix from 1 to 5. Let's answer the exercise on the prefix. Number 1. I'm sorry, but I can't meet you at 8. It's... Don't answer like that, Abdullah. Just raise your hand. Don't talk without permission. Habiba, with the scarf, yes. It's impossible. Okay, that's fine. Impossible. No, the best one will be impossible. I can't manage. It was of you to leave your sister to come home by herself. Aya?
Was very.
There is no very. There is no very. I'm talking about it was very what? Yes, the prefix. Put your place. Yes, Aya.
Was very.
There is no this. حديدي. Higher. Silence, please. Higher. It's wrong. Higher. By that way, I'm not going to answer anything. Irresponsible, excellent. Correct it. Haya, don't come here for every single moment, not minute, moment.
If you put it irresponsible to use reasons and
We are going to say it. Okay. If I hear this noise again, there will be no break. I said don't talk without permission and just raise your hands. Yes, Habiba. Mature means to be old and adult enough. To be old enough to do something. To be to think in a good way. I'm mature enough to drive a car, maybe. Yes. After losing her job, Diana started feeling very No. Salma? What shall she complete? Malak? So she turns what? To be illogical. Why? Yusuf! Insecure, excellent. Yusuf, I'm happy that I heard your voice. Really, I'm so happy. Insecure. You don't have a job? You don't have a job means that you don't have something to give you money. You don't have stability in your life. So you feel insecure. No. She's not happy. She doesn't left her job by her own choice. I'm not making jokes. I'm not kidding. No. No. Yes, Donia. Maybe. So we can talk about the insecure of the social from the social side or from the psychological side. So she feels insecure. Her feelings. Yes, that's why she feels insecure. No. It doesn't belong to the law. If you don't have a job, you're not going to be arrested. No. But if you do something wrong, which is illegal, you are going to be arrested or you are going to be punished. It's to buy, number 4. It's to buy souvenirs from made from endangered species. Souvenirs, by the way, they are presents. Yes. Yes, Mariam? No? It's against the law. Yes, sir. Against the law. Farah. Illegal. Illegal. Illegal means something against the law. We said that legal means following the rule or following the law. So illegal against the law, the opposite. So it's forbidden or illegal or against the law to buy souvenirs made from endangered species. The last one, this list is what? There are some names missing. Abdullah. Incomplete. Incomplete. Do you have any questions regarding this this topic, the prefix? Yes, Farida. Rational. Again, you control your decisions or your thinking by your mind. You think carefully before you take any decision.